The academy can definitely serve the local church, and unfortunately, there has been a bifurcation of head and hands in the West, and I think this is intellect and ministry, and I think part of this comes because of a Platonic dualism that has filtered down through Western theology. But I really think the two need to go hand in hand. You cannot have non-academic ministers or non-ministerial academics when it comes to Christianity. And I see this especially played out on the local stage. I feel like, especially with this recent phenomenon of the shift of gravity of Christianity to the non-Western world, which has happened in the last 25 years, there are actually more Christians in the non-Western world than in the West today. So the old model of missions doesn't really work as much, the West going to the non-West trying to evangelize them. There are actually more Christians in the non-West. They actually can do a better job of ministering in their context and in their language than we can. However, what is our contribution to the global stage? Well, they don't have resources or training or as much theological education. And I think that can be brought to bear. I think it almost makes more sense for Westerners to go to the non-Western world to provide resources and theological education. Now, it's tricky though because we want to do that, but without bringing in Western culture, which is really hard to separate the two. But if that can be done successfully, it can be a very good partnership. And we don't want to say, oh, all the intellect belongs in the West in terms of the universities, the seminaries, the books, the resources, the education. And then in the non-Western world, they seem to be very ministerial because they have more manpower. They have a lot more Christians in the non-Western world than we do in the West. So the two need not to be separated, but there needs to be a partnership. And I think if the academy can serve the church in this level, I'm thinking mainly as a missiologist on the global scale, I think it can be a very successful venture.